Well, good morning, my fellow fragrance friends, my fellow fragrance lovers. This is Matthew, aka the Nuclear Cyborg, and it is the 4th of July. I'm hoping everybody has some nice plans for this evening. Uh, I've already noticed fireworks for the last 4 days, I think, or maybe not fireworks, but at least things that make noise makers or poppers. If you can see my shirt kind of here, it's got like fireworks on it and all this stuff. Is a Disney shirt that I bought at my last trip. It is currently 9:05 in the morning, and it is, again, like I said, July 4th. And here in Kentucky, it's not that bad. The sun is at least out. The weather says that it's mostly cloudy here in Kentucky, which it usually is. But yeah, mostly cloudy. But it's 76 degrees. So, like I said, that's about average. Like I said, 70, 80s, those are pretty much average. We hardly ever get, hot weather here in Kentucky, which is why a lot of different fragrances that I will talk about in this video don't work. But in this video, I'd like to share with you two fragrances that I've got. They're not new. I've been wearing these for a while. But like I said, they've been getting the most wear out of now that it's starting to get warm here in Kentucky. Now, it's been a while since my last video. I'm kind of hitting that a wall, a barrier, or coming to an impasse, however you want to say it. I love fragrances. I still love fragrances. I still love to collect them, but I've come to a point, like I said, I've hit kind of like a wall. I don't really want to buy anymore. I still have a list, and I will be going over that later because if anybody watches, anybody wants to give me some comments, some recommendations, I might give you the list that I have and see what you think. I give you my take on them because I just maybe what should I buy next? And then also, these last few weeks and ever since it came out, I've been really distracted by Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I've been playing a lot of it. I mean, every chance I get, and I've been doing a lot on there. I don't think I'm getting very far, but when I'm looking at it, I really have got a long way. I've gotten all the heart containers. I've beaten all the dungeons, and I've gotten the 5 sages. And right now I'm working on beating all the monsters, getting all the monster medals, which I've got 2 out of the 6. But I'm getting off topic here, so let's go ahead with these fragrances that I'd like to share with you today. Now, the first is probably one of my favorites. One of my favorites. I love this one. Wearing this one now that it's warm. This is John Varvatos Artisan Pure. And this, like I said, this is probably one of the first fragrances that I bought back in 2019 when I started collecting fragrances. This is a white floral fragrance for men. It's got white florals, notes, and cedarwood. And it is very nice. I love this fragrance. Man, it's so good. I think this works very well on my skin. Performance, I've gotten... It works good on me. I've watched other videos and other reviews on this, and a lot of people say this doesn't perform well. If it performed half as well as it does, it would be a very good fragrance, a signature fragrance. But I love it, and I think the performance is great on this. You just have to spray more, carry a travel spray, reapply. I think it looks great. I love this. And this here is my second bottle of the fragrance. This is about 95% full. Like I said, this is kind of brand new. I had this one. Like I said, this was probably one of the first fragrances I bought back in 2019. And so it's taken me a while to get through the third bottle, or the first bottle, excuse me. And the problem is that you can't really see how much you have left in this bottle. It's kind of hard. Now the design of the bottle is very cool. But like I said, it's just so hard. Even holding it up to like a light, you really can't tell how much fragrance you have left. And so the first bottle, I just kept wearing it. You know, I wore it to work. Excuse me. Excuse me. I wore it to work. I wear fragrance when I go to bed. I know I'm thinking that, you know, as you're sleeping, you know, you might your unconscious mind might start smelling a fragrance, and it might help you sleep. I'm not sure, but like I said, I wore the first bottle and wore it out, and so I've had this bottle actually in storage for probably at least a year. Back when the pandemic hit and it was at its peak, a lot of companies were doing bad, but I heard a rumor that John Varvatos was going out of business, was going bankrupt, was close to bankruptcy. I'm not sure what the rumor was at this point, but just this past Christmas for 2022, December, November, something around there, I was doing Christmas shopping, of course, and I was in the fragrance department at, you know, a JCPenney or Macy's, something like that, and I stumbled upon this John Varvatos section, and I saw all these new colognes. I saw this, obviously, and then I saw a new one that I discovered was John Varvatos Artisan Pure. I have that. I actually thought it was a pretty good find. That's their 20-year anniversary fragrance, and it's actually pretty good. So I bought that and I added that to my collection. But then I was like, yeah, so I asked the retail person there, I was like, I thought John Varvatos went out of business. And she was like, no, I don't know where you heard that from. So I don't know where it came from, but just a lot of businesses were struggling back then. Some of them still are. Some of them have gone under. So, you know. So first one, John Varvatos Artisan Pure. I love this fragrance. This is one of my favorites. Moving on. Now this one is almost finished, as you can see. This will probably last me at least maybe the rest of the week. That's about it. This is Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct. As you see, the bar on there, that's pretty cool. I love the metal bar on there with the name. That's pretty cool. And the bottle is pretty cool too. It gets, I don't know if you can see it. You might be able to see it a little bit, but it's got a bubbly. It's got so it's weird, but it's cool. Now, I bought this fragrance back a while back though, and I was looking at the time. I was looking for a gym fragrance, something to wear to the gym. It wasn't, you know, I put it on, and I'm going to be taking almost right back off after a workout, you know, because I'm going to take a shower, get all the sweat off me. So any fragrance that I have, it's going to wash off too, and I don't want to, you know, be spraying something that costs a lot of money just to wipe it off, you know, within an hour or so. So I found this Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct. It's okay. This is a melon-based fragrance, and but to me, it's very synthetic, synthetic, not generic, synthetic, and it has kind of like a metallic a vibe to it. It gives me a metallic vibe. You know, it's just like that bar. You know, it looks metal, it looks silver, metal, and metallic, and that's what it kind of smells like to me. Melon and metallic, and it really, I don't know. It's okay. It's just I don't really care for it anymore. So as you can see, this bottle is almost finished, and I have a travel spray upstairs that is probably half full. So like I said, probably the rest of the week, and then this will be done. I'm trying to find it here on Fragrance Net. Oh, here it is. Okay. The description. This okay. This is the eau de toilette version. Offers a blend of spicy notes balanced by warm and rugged musk overtones. Juicy melon, meshed seamlessly with gin notes, transcend into a heart of spicy, oh boy, here we go, fragrance note that I can pronounce: Sichuan pepper, Sichuan pepper, and floral violet leaf for a mesmerizing start. A warm finish of rich amber leaves and an intriguing aroma it lingers in the air as you saunter throughout your day. So, like I said, a melon-based fragrance, but again, it's very synthetic and very metallic. That's just my take on it. So, after this bottle's finished, as you can see, there's not much left. I probably won't be buying this one again. And since then, I have my collection. I have a lot better fragrances, I think. Just off the top of my head, a really cheap fragrance, Nautica Voyage, the original one. It's great for everyday wear at the gym because it's fresh, and that too. Even though, not melon, but it has a cucumber. I get the cucumber vibe from Nautica Voyage, even though cucumber is not a fragrance note listed in the fragrance making in the notes that are in that fragrance. Cucumber is not listed, but I still get that kind of cucumbery vibe. So I won't be getting this one. So when it's done, it's done. Now this one here is probably 95 to 98% full, and since the first one took me about 2 to 3 years to empty, I still have plenty of time to decide if I want to buy this fragrance again, but I probably will, because this is one of my all-time favorites. I love this fragrance so much. Okay, so that's the reviews and what I wanted to share with you all. Now, if anybody watching would like to comment down below, contribute down below what some of my my list of fragrances that I might still on my list I might purchase, but I need some kind of feedback here because I'm like I'm hitting a wall, impasse, or something like that. I can't describe. I still love fragrance, but I don't really want to buy anymore. You know what I mean? So my first one here is Montel Paris Wood and Spices. This is ebony, sandalwood, vetiver combined with incense notes, cardamom, and spices. This is probably going to be on a little higher. This is like I think $120 to $150. So that's one. Very highly recommended by Michelle Curley. Gisada, Gisada, Gisada Ambassador. Now this is the one I'm kind of intrigued about because it has a mango note in it. Let's see, it's top notes of apple, green mandarin, cardamom, and violet. Middle notes of mango, black pepper, lavender, patchouli, and peony. Base notes are vanilla, amber, vetiver, teakwood, and moss. So I'm kind of interested in that one because it has the mango note to it. Now, I was born and raised in Miami for a couple of years, and before my family moved up here to Kentucky. And I lived not far from a mango farm, and I was able to, on certain days, just to walk there, pick some mangoes, and fresh off the tree, and take them home, wash them, cut them up, eat them. I love mangoes. They got to be fresh, like you can get it from a tropical place like Miami, and you can't really have them shipped up here. It's very, very low. It's hard to find a good one that has been picked and shipped. So occasionally you'll find them, get some good ones, but not very often. But moving on, you see, I got Prada Luna Rosa Black. I believe I smelled this one before, and I wasn't too impressed. But this has top notes of bergamot, angelica, and patchouli. Base notes of cardamom, amber, and musk. Not much going on there, and I heard that actually is quite popular. So now this one next year, Dior Home Intense, just because because I don't have a Dior fragrance in my collection, believe it or not. I don't like. I don't really care for Dior fragrances. I don't like Dior Sauvage or any of its flankers, and I, I've tried them. I've tried Dior, EDT. I've tried the new what's the new one? Uh, Gosh, man, I can't remember. See, I don't know their names because they're so. Uh, I don't really care for Dior, but this is the only reason that I have it. This is supposed to be one of their best ones. Dior Home Intense. Top notes of lavender, which I love lavender. Lavender is one of my favorite fragrance notes. Middle notes of iris. Excuse me again. Excuse me. Again, here's another one I can't pronounce. Ambrette. Ambrette. I don't know. And pear. Base notes of Virginia, cedar, and vetiver. So I'm seeing a lot of vetiver in these fragrances. Now this next one, I'm interested in it too, but it's got a lot of citrusy notes in there, and I don't think citrus really works on my skin here in Kentucky. Like I said, for instance, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense, Intense, is a wonderful fragrance. It's beautiful. I love it. I've gone through 2 or 3 bottles. I just don't think it works very well on my skin here in Kentucky because it's got a lemon note, which is a citrus fruit. But here, Terra de Hermes, you got top notes of orange and grapefruit. Now, grapefruit, I have Bleu de Chanel, which has grapefruit in it, so that's going to work. Middle notes of pepper. Oh boy, here's another fragrance note I can't pronounce. Pelargonium, Pelargonium, and flint. Base notes of vetiver, cedar, patchouli, and benzoin. So I'm interested in that one too. So my next one here I got on my list is Tom Ford Dior. Again, I don't have a Tom Ford fragrance in my collection. Top notes of violet, pink pepper, caraway, bergamot, and verbena, Verbena. Middle notes of Tuscan iris, Belgian rose, black pepper, nutmeg, geranium, and clary sage. Base notes of Indonesian patchouli leaf, amber, vanilla, civet, leather, Aponax, Opoponax. Get benzoin, vetiver, and styrax, Styrax. A lot of going on there in that fragrance, but I don't have a Tom Ford in my collection, so that's why I was interested on this one here. I have a YSL, I can pronounce his name, Saint Laurent, something Saint Laurent. I have the Blue Electric in my collection, but I found this one that's supposed to be good for the warm weathers. It's it's got citrus notes in it. It's YSL Lahome EDT version. Bright citrus notes of bergamot and ginger blended sensually with vetiver. So again, we got a lot of vetiver in these fragrances that I'm looking at. So those are mine. If anybody wants to comment down below, give me kind of like a recommendation if you would recommend any of those. And let's see here. I've gone on for almost 20 minutes here. Not very long video, but so anyway, I'm gonna get off on here. Again, everybody have a nice 4th of July. Be safe during the day and at night. If anybody has any pets, be very careful. Because I know my dog, he's the last couple of nights, 3 nights or so, there have been noises outside, people firing something off, and it's gotten him a little bit agitated. So anybody with pets, be careful. Have a great time, and have a happy 4th of July. Thank you for watching. Comment down below, like this video if you like what you heard, and please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.